This man, his name is synonymous with revolution. It's synonymous with freedom. It's synonymous with all of the things that we are fighting for today. And now he's bringing it to the children. The children, I'm saying. Let me welcome for the first time to the Karen Hunter Show, Mr. Ziggy Marley. Welcome.
Yeah. Yes, Karen. Good to be with you.
See you, brethren.
Yeah, man,
All
yeah.
right. So you have a children's book called My Dog Romeo,
Yeah.
and also you are celebrating your love for the canines. What what sparked that? I mean, you got so much that you could have covered. Why the dogs?
Oh, well, the dog came into our life last year, right during the pandemic. And, I mean, I'm inspired by many things. Animals is one of them. And so I wrote this song about my dog, Romeo, because, you always hear people talk, yo, that's my dog. Yo, my dog. Well, this is my real dog. This is, what I say?
What breed is Romeo?
He's a legato. He's a original. He ever water dog descended from this breed, a dog. So he's one of them OG dog there.
Now, where have you been pandemicking? I guess that's now a verb. You've been in the United States, Jamaica. Where have you been?
LA, Los Angeles.
Los Angeles.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, that's a different kind of place to be. What's been the biggest challenge for you during the last 2 years, year and a half?
Well, the last 2 years, really, the biggest challenge is the hurt I feel seeing how people people pit against people. Man, that are the biggest for me. Like it really hurt me. It really like it really bring me down. You know what I'm saying? The pandemic was a thing, but then to see people just hating each other and the racism that's kind of bubbling up, coming back to the surface. It really hurt my heart, man. And a
No,
challenge,
we're not.
challenge.
Yeah, no. I mean, I think we're all. I'm struggling right now with whether or not we're going to continue to be a nation.
Mm.
I'm struggling right now with whether the human species is going to continue to exist
Yeah,
because
yeah.
I don't think that this energy is sustainable.
No, definitely not.
So it's nice to see, the levity and the beauty of this book that you've done, because it takes us away from all of that internal and external stuff. Is that what you
Yeah,
wanted?
we need that. We need to understand. There's a lot of bad, but we need to understand the good too, because there's goodness out there, but it's just not being I think highlighted because there's so much bad shit going on. But for me, when last year we did a children's album also during the pandemic, and it came to my heart and my mind that in this time I should do something for the children, because the children are suffering also. The children have went through a lot. I have 4 kids at home, and I can see the impact of it this year. What happened last year? Man, they're anxious. What I mean. It just so I just want to do something for children, and this book is a part of it, and my children's album is a part of it too.
I love it. In the book, My Dog Romeo, we're talking with the great, the great Ziggy Marley. Your father, of course, everybody, it's like that music is the soundtrack of many of our experiences. That music that was produced out of what I felt like was a revolutionary spirit. Growing up, you didn't get to spend a whole lot of time because he left this earth as an ancestor in 1982.
Mm.
What is your fondest memory of your father?
Yeah, we used to do a lot of things together. We spent a lot of time together for the short time he was here, because he loved to have his boys around him. So, we would go to the countryside, we would sit in on the discussions he was having with the other guys them around. We saw so much and learned so much from the experience, that all of my memories of my father are like important. There's none that is every day was important. And those are the days that I still remember today, every day, all the times we spent with him. But we went to Zimbabwe. One of the most memorable and things that the story that I tell when people ask me that question is me and my brother Stephen went with him to Zimbabwe for the independence celebration when it was then Rhodesia was being freed from the colonial English powers, and he went to Zimbabwe to celebrate that, and we were there with him, and it was just a very enlightening experience for me as a what 12-year-old, 11-year-old, going to Africa and understanding the struggle of Africa for freedom against racism. You know what I say? So it really left a big impact on me.
You talk about sitting around listening in on conversations,
Yeah,
that was traditional for a lot of black families. And I don't make a distinction, in terms of blackness, because wherever we are in the world, there are similar traditions of sitting in and listening. And that's where we really get to learn a lot of things. I don't feel like, there's a lot of listening and a lot of wisdom being shared. That stuff that you're talking about with your dad, sitting around listening to him talk with his brethren about different things in life and philosophical
yeah, yeah,
utterances, and you get to absorb that, you
yeah,
know,
yeah.
that's kind of missing. How do we replace those? I mean, because that's really was your transition into adulthood, those
Yeah,
moments.
yeah, yeah, definitely, definitely. Yeah, I mean, for me, like in this new age, then I would say spending time with our children, reading to our children. That's why the books come into thing. Um, and set being an example to them with actions because I think I've learned by example more than by somebody telling me things. But I think I found out how important it is to just like read to my kids at night. I found out how important that was. I know how helpful it is for them for come up. So I think we could start right there. You know what I'm saying?
Bringing that just very simple thing, and now they have more books. Y'all parents out there got more books because Ziggy Marley's doing children's books. I'm imagining the music came first, though. I'm
Yeah.
looking at all the guitars and I see the keyboard and I see you're in your studio. I'm imagining this is like all the time for you, this creativity.
Yeah, man. No, create. Sometimes I have to stop it. Sometimes I have to not stop. I slow it down because when I get into it, I go into it, man. So sometimes I have to be like, all right, take a break, bro. Chill out. But yeah, creativity is a part of it, and for me, it's not just music; it's writing. It's like coming up with different ideas that I don't even share, just like stuff I write on paper. I might have a script I write, or so creativity for me is not limited to the music world, and hence these books come out. I mean, I was a good student of English, but not very good at math, but English I was pretty good at. you
I
know,
love it. So you're donating a lot of them. You're going to be donating books to Mary's Child and to Shepto Basic School in Jamaica. And you also have a nonprofit, a charity called Urge, which supports efforts, and particularly in Africa, in Ethiopia and Jamaica, around schools, building schools and things like that. How difficult has that been during the pandemic with the shutdown to further that?
well, let me tell you, man, nothing can stop the good work, right? So we just have to, we always adapt to the situation and figure out some other way to do it. The work was still being done in a way, in a safe way. We're still doing some building projects at the school in Jamaica and um, still doing some charitable work. We work with other charities too. I support, like if I support other charities, not just my charity. So um, Mr. Whatever might come ask me, say, "Hey, Ziggy, I have this charity I want. Could you do something?" I would, and yeah, jump on a Zoom and I play a guitar and raise $100, $200, whatever it might be. And so we found another way to do it, and it was good, man. We still work, we're still working. Nothing can stop the works.
I love it. I love it. So what's next for you, Mr. Marley?
Well, next to me, I mean, we have some tours coming up this fall. I've been doing some shows celebrating my father because the pandemic stopped us. Last year was his 75th birthday, and we had a whole plan to do some touring and like, do his music and tour. And so I'm kind of finishing up that this year in the fall. I'll be doing some shows that I'm going to do like a set, actual Bob Marley set from a particular time period and play that set that they played back in the day and these shows and just celebrate him. And then next year I'll be back doing some other stuff, probably some new music again.
Do you have a favorite Bob Marley song?
Um, we say Redemption song. I think the acoustic version of that song, Redemption song, very heartfelt. And when it came out, was right after he passed away, so it
Mm.
kind of in my mind, it connected to that and that emotion. So it's a very emotional song for me.
Could we could you do a little bit of that for us?
Let me get that. It's my tune up, let me see. All pirates, yes, they rob I. Sold I to the merchant ship. Minutes after they took I from the bottomless pit. But my hand was made strong by the hand of the Almighty. We forward in this generation triumphantly. Won't you help to sing another song of freedom? 'Cause all I ever had, redemption song, redemption songs, redemption songs. Yeah.
Ziggy Marley, amazing human being, and now children's book author. The
Yeah.
book is called My Dog Romeo.